All right, welcome back. 3.4, here we go. So 3.4, we are doing inequalities. We're also graphing still, but we're also adding into it even, odd, and neither, which is interesting. So let's jump right in there. Solve for t. Oh, minus p. No, pull out a p first is the hint there. Maybe, I don't know. If you pull up, no, you can just minus p to the other side, right? It's minus p to the other side. And then you're trying to solve for t, so you can just divide by PR, wayo. Let's see here, don't forget PEMDAS for number 1. Number 2, fractions. Okay, number 5, ooh, relative minimum maximum, don't forget how to do that. For number 4 with your graphing calculator. So you're going to graph this guy, and the graph you're going to do is on there, and then you'll go to tray, second calc. So second calc is where you do the minimum and maximum thing, features. And so that's how you do the left bound, right bound, and guess, and push enter, enter, enter. They do want you to put it in standard form first. You know what that means, seashell. Don't forget to seashell, and then use your calculator. Calculator. Oh man, how can it already be flexed? Let's go. Okay, determine whether each graph represents a polynomial function or not. So it has to be smooth and continuous. Okay, smooth and continuous. Also, it has to have a domain of negative infinity to positive infinity, and a range, right? And a range to be a polynomial. At least the domain, definitely negative infinity, positive infinity. The range, but definitely the domain. And so number 5, right? So that's actually a square root shifted to the shifted to the right too. And but anyways, so if it went this way, then it would be a polynomial, but it's not. So it's a smooth, but this one's not continuous, right? So not continuous. It just starts at 2 and then goes to infinity, and it needs to be, the domain needs to be negative infinity, positive infinity, right? Ooh, this one's tricky. So the domain does look negative infinity, positive infinity, except for there's a asymptote there at -2 and +2 that it skips over. And so this is actually called a rational function, which we'll learn in the future. And so anyway, so this is not continuous, so not a polynomial, because it's not continuous. This one is also not continuous because the domain is negative infinity to -2, not including the -2. -2 to 2, not including the 2. And the -2, yeah, so the domain is lacking -2 and 2, so not a polynomial, right? Not a polynomial. But this one looks like a polynomial because it is negative infinity to positive infinity. It looks like a negative upside down to the 4th power, right? So maybe at let's see, maybe at -3 and +3. So maybe it's like y equals x plus 3 all squared to get that 4th power, maybe-ish, maybe, right? Yeah, so something like that, maybe. And so this one is, yes, a polynomial. Here we go. Come on in, we'll help you. Just finishing a video right now. Yeah, we're almost there. So this one is describing the error in graphing the function for number 8 and 9. And so let's take a look at number 9. What's going on there? Well, we should have an x-intercept, right? At x equals 0. There should be an x-intercept at x equals 0. And then we also have an x minus 2 to the 3rd power, which when you set that equal to 0, you add 2 to the other side. And the 3 means that it bounces or crosses through. Crosses through. So So they did cross through at positive 2, so that's good at least. But they forgot that there was this guy, right? They forgot that x equals 0, which is also to the first power, and which is also crosses through as well. So let's go ahead and change our graph there. And so it is going to be, it is x, ooh, wait a second. So that's x to the first times x to the third power. And so that's actually positive x to the fourth power. That's positive x to the even power. And so that means up, up. So they messed up on their end behavior as well. Should be up, up. So it should be up and up, right? So let's graph that correctly. So it is going to cross through and cross through, right? Should cross through, cross through. And so it's going to cross through at 0 and at 2. Way-o. And so they got the end behavior wrong, and they forgot the x-intercept. So end behavior was wrong. And be right there, just finishing our video. And forgot x-intercept at 0. And x equals 0. Cool. And so you could always double check too with your calculator if you want to. Let's do that really quick, and then we'll finish our video here and do another one in a second. So that's x minus 2 to the third power. Way-o. Yep, there it is. Oh, looked like a little wiggle we messed up on there. So we messed up on the wiggle there. So it actually should wiggle right there. There we go. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll do another video in a bit. Thanks for watching.